Hidden above a London church roof, reached only by a narrow spiral staircase, is a room where surgery was once performed without anaesthetic. Patients were fully conscious while dozens of medical students watched in silence as lives were saved or lost. This is the Old Operating Theatre, Europe's oldest surviving surgical theatre. To understand how this room came to exist, we need to travel back to early 19th century London. At the time, St Thomas's Hospital stood near London Bridge and was one of the capital's most important teaching hospitals. The nearby church, St Thomas's, was part of the hospital complex, but few people ever looked up into the unused attic space above the church roof. In 1822, the hospital needed a new operating theatre, specifically for female patients. Privacy was essential, and space was limited. The solution was unusual, but effective. Convert the church attic into a purpose-built surgical theatre. Windows were installed to flood the room with natural light. And the clever idea of having wooden tiers that were built so students could observe operations from above. This theatre opened more than 20 years before anaesthetic was introduced into surgery. So if you can bear to imagine, patients were fully awake during operations. The only pain relief came from alcohol, opium, or sheer physical restraint. Surgeons obviously worked as fast as possible, not just for skill, but for the sake of the patients on the operating table. An amputation could be completed in under 3 minutes. If you were lucky, I guess. Although located specifically for privacy, some operations here were not private events. Up to 100 medical students packed into the gallery, leaning forward to witness every movement of the surgeon's hands. This was education under pressure. Any mistake was immediately visible. Reputation was everything. Interestingly, before this space became an operating theatre, this attic served another medical purpose, known as the herb garret. It was where apothecaries dried plants and prepared medicines for the hospital below. Many of those jars, herbs, and tools still survive today, frozen in time. In 1862, St Thomas's Hospital relocated across the river to Lambeth. The attic theatre was abandoned, sealed, and forgotten. For nearly a century, it remained untouched. In 1956, historian Raymond Russell rediscovered the space whilst investigating an opening into the attic. The space was dusty, intact, and astonishingly preserved. Today, the Old Operating Theatre Museum stands as a reminder of how far medicine has come. It speaks to the bravery of patients who endured unimaginable pain, and the surgeons who operated with speed, skill, and nerve in an age before modern medicine. So if you ever visit London, climb the spiral staircase and step into this attic. It's one of the city's most extraordinary hidden rooms. If you enjoyed this journey into London's forgotten history, subscribe for more stories like this.